I mean, it's not like I knew I was going to be doing this reaction to this song or anything. I mean, it's not like I dressed for the occasion. Hey, everybody, my name is OldSkuleNerd. This one is the brand new one from Oceans of Slumber. Cammie and the guys are back. They have been writing and recording since we went and saw them before in Houston with Wintersea and with Elaine. It was an amazing show, and I know that they had been doing a lot of recording of this new material. And everyone that has seen this has said it is a feast for the eyes and stuff they did not expect. All right, it's Oceans of Slumber. Artistic expression is kind of what they do. Also, we are still celebrating the dark queens of music. We've checked out Violet Orlandi. We just checked out Tina Firefly from Beautiful Skeletons. And now, Oceans of Slumber. All right, it's called Where Gods Fear to Speak. Well, let's be honest. When Cammie is singing, nobody's talking. All right, here we go. No, I'm not going to do the whole intro thing. It's just weird. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's 6 minutes, by the way. Before we go anywhere, people ask me, OldSkuleNerd, are some of these bands as good live as they are on these videos and albums? No. Well, not this one. This one's actually better live. Now, is this amazing? Yes. Is it wonderful? Yes. Is it heavy? A little bit. Out of Houston, Texas, Oceans of Slumber is the heaviest in South Texas. They're also one of the most amazing live sounds you will ever hear. Period. And I'm talking, think about the bands I've seen and the amazing stuff I've seen. When you go and you check out Wintersea and Avian comes out and she blows the whole room up and everyone's going, holy crap, what was that? Right? Because that's how Wintersea rolls, musically and vocally. And then Oceans of Slumber came out. That woman right there will make people cry. I'm not joking. And here's my favorite part. This band is so well respected and loved throughout the industry by other musicians. I have gone to concerts with major acts, major bands. They will literally see her in the stands and yeah, they're in the middle of a show, point to her and right here. They just show her love. They'll even give her shout outs in the middle of their concert if they see her in the crowd. That's how much her music hits people, okay? Now, vocally, she made my wife cry. My wife has never seen anything from them. They got out on stage and they just let it fall. She is not a rock star. She is not a metal female-fronted band singer. No. She is a storyteller musically. We have seen the storytellers, right? Usually it's in blues or soul music. She can do it here. Folk music, when those people, they sing and they sing with such emotion, the entire crowd is moved. You don't see it a lot in metal and rock because there's so much loud, so much speed and power in it. She can literally make you feel what she's singing just by listening to the texture of her voice. It's not an exaggeration. Yeah, I stopped at 1 minute in. We're going to let it play now so you can hear what I'm talking about. This is one of the best ever bands out there live. Not a joke. You probably see what I'm seeing. You might not be thinking what I'm thinking. I'm going to play it a little bit further, and if they're about to do what I think they're about to do, it's going to be one of the most impressive things artistically you've seen, but you may not know why. But I will explain it for you. Trust me. Okay, they're doing it. Okay. Now, wherever your brain went, it probably went to the wrong spot. If suddenly the Pornhub theme starts playing, wrong. Okay? Let me try to explain this. Shibari Kinbaku. Okay? What is going on here? It is an ancient form of art and also a form of communal ritual going on. Now, a lot of people think of rope bondage and all these different bondage things in a sexual connotation. And for the most part, most people, that's exactly where they go to. However, in the traditional sense, it is an endorphin released art form. Okay. And the way it happens is, what is the most difficult thing to do as a person? And that is to give control of yourself over to someone else. Now, it requires complete trust between two people. That kind of trust and relationship builds a bond. Still not sexual. Now, here's the key. In Kinbaku, which is a modern form of the traditional Japanese rope tying forms, a rigger, okay? A rigger. When you think of rigger, think of somebody that hangs things from a crane, moves objects, someone who is in charge with safety, okay? Now, if you bind the flesh and bind the body, arms, legs with certain knots, certain rigging within the rope, not only can you immobilize the person, but also support their weight evenly. Evenly. And it doesn't matter the size. Also, remember, people have different centers of gravity. Some people have a low center of gravity. Some people have as high. So the person doing it has to know what they're doing. They've done a tucked leg bondage on the thigh and shin. They've done an ankle wrap. And then they've done the traditional Shibari chest wrap. Okay. And then it's bound. Her hands are here. Now, here's the kicker. And this is where it becomes, you need to take it out of your immediate Pornhub thought process and go into the ritual, the art form, but more importantly, the endorphin releasing rush and therapeutic for the soul, emotions, body, and mind. Imagine yourself in a tree and you're hanging from the tree on a swing set. Okay, no problem. Why? You're holding on. If you fall out of the tree, what are you going to do? You're going to grasp at things. You're going to kick your legs. You're going to do whatever it takes to break your fall. How do you do that if you're completely bound up and your legs are bound out as well? The idea is to immobilize one person through someone that they trust. Then that person then rigs them and suspends them off the floor. It does two things. Number one, it shows the skill and the care of the rigger to do all of these things without damaging a person. Just hanging someone by a wrist can dislocate their shoulder, their elbow, their wrist. It could do severe damage. Hanging someone just by a rope around their waist can do the same thing to their abdomen, okay? So you have to do proper rigging to carefully place the person in a balanced state. Not just do that, but do it while they're completely immobilized, which means you're allowing someone to not only bind you up to where you cannot move and then put you off the ground with your eyes facing straight down at that floor, knowing that if it breaks loose, your face hits first and there's nothing you can do about it. That's a level of overcoming fear with trust in someone else. Suspension is an art form. I do know that a lot of people see this and their mind will go into a sexual connotation, and it is used in that form quite often, but not always. You can go to a lot of fairs and art festivals where very elaborate forms of suspension, Japanese rope or modern rope suspension is being done, and some of it is completely, it's like a suspended piece of art literally hanging there. And what's really mind-boggling is that it's a person. Not a statue, not some piece of metal they welded together, not some marble or some stone or whatever. It is a living person that has allowed themselves to be bound up where they cannot move and they're completely restricted. They have no way to protect themselves from any injury whatsoever, and the complete trust in the artist / rigger to suspend them for upwards of however long they're going to be up there. And people have talked about during suspension, they go into a trance, into meditation, into self-exploration, different forms. Now, to show this level of trust and artistry in a music video, immediately people will start to go to one thing. Don't. No, it's not like it might be. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, I don't know. But in the context of this, look at the people doing it. It's Cammie in her. There's no costuming. There's no makeup. There's no over sense of elaborate costume. It's just herself, nothing else. Herself and her form in the way that it's suspended, in the position that it is, with her hands tucked into a prayer stance, literally upside down, completely exposed to not only people's visual scrutiny, but people's thought process. And, well, again, what if something breaks? It's trust. It's a beautiful sense. And yeah, I know I talked more about the suspension thing than the music video, but it's a very elaborate part of what's being presented, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm gonna back it up. Let's enjoy the rest of the song and realize the amount of effort to do this in a music video. That, what you just saw, is not just something that she walks up and goes, okay guys, tie me up and hang me up. Doesn't work like that. It takes a very long time. Lots of time, discipline, and yeah, it's a lot. It's oops. All right. Still playing. All right. Okay. Real quick. So Oceans of Slumber, they are of course releasing all of this new music. I just the 6th album is coming. The Shibari artist, Jesse Salazar, aka Darkness Hyde, makeup is Heather, hair is Locks and Twists LLC. The models were Elizabeth, Victoria, Kalina The lineup: Cammie, Dobber, Semir, Alex, and Chris. Outstanding. Recorded in Colombia. I know they had told me they were going to Colombia to record. They did their damn work. This is amazing. Now, lead single from Ocean of Slumber's 6th album. Now, as I get more information about the 6th album and it's set to come out, we're going to react to every video that this band puts out. It's just important. And I'm going to tell you why. Cammie and the guys from Oceans of Slumber have been telling amazing stories and touching people's lives for years. Okay, this is their 6th studio album. And she made such an impact on me and my wife the first time we saw her presence on stage, and the way she told stories, and the way everyone should be in the crowd doing this, and they're in the crowd just doing like this, you know, like their hands are on their heart, because she's speaking to their heart and she's telling them something that is healing something. It's fixing something. It's helping them overcome something. This band's music does a lot of good for a lot of people to overcome their past, overcome struggles, overcome dark places. They have made a big difference in people's lives. So what I need you to do more than anything is come and join me on all of these reactions. And when you do, I need you to go into the comments. I need all of you that are Oceans of Slumber's fans, especially the ones that have had that experience, that something about their music has healed something in your heart, gotten you through a dark place, gotten you past something that you thought you wouldn't get past. Music does that. Tell me about it if you'd like. You don't have to, but if you want to share it, please do so in the comments. Once we've reacted to all of the videos from this 6th album, it may take months, of course, because it's going to be a while. We're going to capture the most important ones. And I'm going to find the most important story of someone who their music has really touched their life and made something special. I'm going to find that person. When I find you, I have something for you from that amazing woman. When I saw them in Houston, I told her how much her music, how much her voice just completely impacted me personally. She was very gracious about it. And I said, listen, I would love to share this with more people that your music touches. I don't think you realize how many people just completely are impacted by your music. So she gave me something. And I want to give it to someone whose this band's music has helped them through something special. Because if you're that person, you deserve this way more than I do. Not going to show you what it is. That's not the point. The point is, as we do reactions to this song and the other songs coming from the 6th album, please, in the comments, share anything you want to do about the music and what it's meant to you. It's important to me, but more important, it's important to them. My name is OldSkuleNerd, and this was an extremely long reaction to a 6-minute song, but it's an important one. Artistic, you're not touching this band. Storytelling, that beautiful guitar solo in this song was also freaking crazy. And of course, Cammie and her songwriting and her lyrics and the way she delivers them, absolutely next level. And with that, I thank you all. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this smoke ball together. We'll see you later.